Okay, live.
This is Logan Seeley and John Bridger live from Arbens Field in Sierra Vista, getting ready to watch American Legion Post 52 play against Tucson Post 7 at Arbens Field. I mean, it's nice weather. It's great weather out here.
Oh, I love it so much.
You know, and it's crazy because it's almost like I just saw you like 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, we're doing a double header, aren't we? So we just came from Ponytail League, or was it Ponytail League?
Yeah, Ponytail softball.
Yeah, softball all-stars, Douglas versus Sierra Vista. Right now, we're watching Post 52 Sierra Vista against a team from Tucson.
Post 7.
Post 7. As you can see, these are some big kids. These are not the 10-year-olds that we were watching just a little bit earlier.
These are high schoolers. These are guys.
A lot of high school kids. A lot of kids we saw during the baseball season. A lot of kids we were expecting to see. So a lot of fun. We're seeing kids that go on to the next level. Ooh, a lot of contact there. Hit. Throw from third base in time.
That's gonna be one out.
Excellent job.
And I don't think this game's 6 innings like the last one.
No, this one might be 7. This one might be, Brandon, is this 7 innings? 7 innings, okay. The only person I know out here is Brandon. He cut his hair, so he's trying to go incognito out here, so.
So here we are, top of the first one out.
Number 3, Woodside up to bat. Is that?
So this says Moondog.
Moondog. Oh, that's the team name. Yeah. Well, I'm not quite literate.
Moondog. Yeah, I mean, you know, we're coming from watching a great 10-year-old pitcher.
Yeah.
And as much as I hate to say it, I mean, she's got nothing on this kind of speed.
Oh, right. Yeah, it's not the same. Not the same. This is the kind of speed that they're protecting those kids against, you know. That's why you use a big softball. That's why it's, you know, they make sure that the kids are safe, number 1, by the size of the ball, the size of the field. Whoa, this kid is throwing smoke. Jeez.
Yeah, you know, my favorite part, going out to baseball games, listening to the ball hit the catcher's mitt.
Oh, man, it's like a gunshot. I love it. We got a walk right there. Sierra Vista delivers a walk.
Yeah, it was a little too much contact for a baseball game right there.
Yeah.
So here we go, number 12 for Tucson High up to bat. Excuse me, not Tucson High. Post 7.
Post 7, Moondogs, baby. Sierra Vista's pitching is pretty good so far.
It's weird watching people grow up and play baseball, because I remember when it was like 10, it wasn't as competitive like as it is when it gets older. Yep. And there aren't as many accessories. You know, you don't have your sliding mitts or things like that. Oh
man, yeah. Yeah, the sliding mitt is a new thing to me. But you know, back in the day, they didn't allow us to have gloves in as a receiver in football either. So these kids play with like all kinds of benefits, technological benefits that you wouldn't get back in my day 150 years ago. Back when I was wearing leather helmets. You know what's really weird is like starting playing, I think I started playing football in like 87 or 88, and the technology they loaded us down with like this heavy equipment with nasty helmets. There's no wonder I've got so much brain damage. Makes it to second. Runner on second.
Yeah, it looked like he was going golfing with that swing.
Yeah,
He was very
digging it right
off the
out.
ground, yeah.
Hey, Sky, throw him out.
Number 12 ready.
It's number 12 up to bat for post 7. Post 7.
Yeah, I know. Too many numbers,
Post
man.
7.
And
that's why I parked far away.
I know, dude. That's exactly. You never park near a baseball field. Jeez, that's like. I've seen so many terrible things. I've never had my car hit, but yeah, it's been close.
Nando, be ready.
Man in scoring position.
That's a strikeout.
Strikeout.
Just 2 outs.
Throwing some heat. This is a tall kid. Oh my gosh.
The batter?
Yeah, number 8.
Probably about 6'2", 6'3".
Yeah, no kidding. When you're recruiting, what you're doing is you're looking for thick legs too.
Gotta have that power.
Yeah, exactly. My little brother was built like Bo Jackson. He's got like these gigantic horse thighs and like, I don't know. His lower torso is probably all of his body weight. Check second base. We're here covering American Legion baseball. Score is 0-0. First inning. Oh, wow. That car just dodged it. Man, fun. Players are out chasing down the ball. That's part of life out here on the baseball field.
Make sure you're getting all the balls, keeping them in your possession because you don't ever want to lose these.
Well, see, they run through baseballs. They only have like so many. Nice contact. Oh gosh, young man trips on the third base.
Oh, he dropped it.
Golly.
Just
A
to make the
score.
1-0.
Yes, the score is 1-0.
Post 7 on top or no?
Yeah. They've switched out runners at second base. American Legion, post 52, looking good right now. Unfortunately, they just gave up a run, and they got a man at second.
Yeah, and this is their first time having a baseball team in, what, like 25 years?
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. American Legion was just a powerhouse of baseball where I was from. So seeing them here is a lot of fun.
Yeah, I didn't even know American Legion baseball was a thing.
Yeah, there's different, there's different leagues of baseball all the way through. Like if you want to talk pro baseball, there's stuff that isn't Major League Baseball affiliated. Japanese baseball is insane, dude. Talk about Ichiro. I could go down a list of Japanese players that are historically sick at baseball. Ichiro, of course, is my favorite. He's a Mariner.
Yeah, and the yelling. I
What's
love
that?
listening to umpires yell.
Yeah, we'll get a lot of that today.
Sir 15 up to bat.
Ooh, a little bit inside.
Yeah, he's bringing some heat.
Well, this is John Berger and Logan Seeley here in Sierra Vista, covering baseball for Cool FM. How are we doing? Let's see what the We'd like to thank SSVEC. Nice pitch. 1 run scores. Get out of the inning. So we'd like to.
So right now it's 1-0 going to the bottom.
Yep.
So I get to see Buena bat. I mean, not Buena.
Basically, though, right?
Post 52.
Yep. We'd like to thank Ed Morse, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Sierra Vista. Sierra Vista, stop in today and experience the difference. Cochise County is now backed by Morse. Thank you to Ed Morse. Thank you to the Sherry Ethel team at Long Realty. Proud to support our young athletes all season long. If you're in the market to buy or sell, make your first call to the real estate experts at 717-599-2439. Also, thank you to Barnett's Towing, serving our community since 1963. They've been amazing supporters of all of the sports all season long for Cool FM. We'd like to thank Copper Queen Community Hospital. Their new physical therapy department is now open in Hereford. Physical therapy clinics in Bisbee and Douglas also provide the highest quality of services to outpatients and home health patients of all ages. Make an appointment today with one of their doctors of physical therapy today at 520-432-6435. Oh, next up, Grasshopper, quality from the ground up. You gotta love them. They've been doing some amazing stuff around here in Sierra Vista. Contact Grasshopper Landscaping for all of your landscaping needs, including pool cleaning services. Serving all of Cochise County, visit them on Facebook or Google Grasshopper Landscaping. Ginger's Title Services, located at 999 East Fry Boulevard, now open Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 2. Do you want to get any of them? You want to pay one of these bills?
Hey. I want to give a huge thank you to Aloe Fiber.
Oh, man.
Arizona.
Exactly.
I love Aloe Fiber. I love seeing their trucks driving around.
They're good to us, man.
Your new home team internet, TV, and provider and phone provider. Visit aloefiber.com to learn more about the Aloe Fiber difference and become a fiber fan. Now available in Sierra Vista. And it's so weird. I feel like I've seen so many Aloe Fiber trucks in the last maybe month.
They're all over. Yeah.
Like I saw one this morning. I saw one maybe 10 minutes after that.
Well, there is, well, I can't say that. I shouldn't say that. There was a cable company that, a small one, in a place that I used to live where it was found out to be a undercover cops.
Oh, what the heck?
Yeah.
Hopefully Aloe Fiber's not that.
No. I mean, they can't. They can't. We see them digging out poles and putting in fiber. I don't know many cops that do that. Wow, that ball's gonna hit a car. Shoot, that's a bummer. Foul ball, of course.
Yeah, and I want to see how well we bat post 52.
Oh man, so that's the thing about Coach Fernandez's teams is that they are very, very patient batters. So he does teach a lot of plate discipline and a lot of defense. You got to be able to play defense and be quick. Got a strikeout there.
You know, as much as like you always hear about like these baseball players being great, I've never once thought about baseball being a strategy game.
Oh, see, that's the funny thing is that it's a lot of strategy. Everybody talks about how it's chess, not checkers. And that's always been like, I always think of football being so complicated, you know, plays and, you know, you guys are basically dancing out there on offense. Everything is mapped out, whereas in baseball, there's a lot of strategy because you don't know exactly where the ball's going. It's very, you know, inaccurate. It's not like you and me throwing the ball back and forth.
Yeah.
Getting the ball in play is important.
There you go.
Like the coach says, make them play defense. Ooh. Gets a piece of that. We'd like to thank Berg's Heating and Air Conditioning, now powered by Right Way. Well, I guess this is Right Way is now serving Sierra Vista and Cochise County, providing heating and cooling, plumbing, and electrical services. We will be working hard to earn your trust the right way. We are happy to support our local athletic broadcasts. Thank you.
That is a wide batting stance.
Yeah.
It was probably his fourth foul ball.
Well, he's sticking in there.
He's ready for the contact.
Ooh, that pop. Throwing some heat.
Yeah, you know he's throwing heat when there's a loud pop when you know that catcher's mitt cracks down.
When I was in high school, there's this kid that threw so hard. Woo! Wow, another foul ball. He's on it. Kid that threw so hard, people hated playing with him, you know, and so they'd get special gloves for him because he was just powering it through the glove.
Oh, there's another foul ball.
Oh, that's gonna bump. Well, I hope they brought some extra balls because
they brought extra windshields too.
Yeah, that's a big, thick.
Yeah, I hope they brought, extra windshields.
Number 9 gets contact. Bobbled.
That hit's going to be brought to you by the American Southwest Credit Union. Today's game is sponsored by American Southwest Credit Union, serving Southern Arizona. If you live, work, or worship here, you may be eligible to join. Experience better rates and personalized service at ASCU.org. Join the credit union that supports our community. Federally insured by the NCUA, Equal Opportunity Lender.
Beautiful. Oh, and the lights come on. They're looking to play late.
I can kind of see.
I can probably take my sunglasses and hat off now. My incognito mode is over. I'm protected.
Here we go, number 6 up to bat. Hopefully there aren't as many foul balls as there were last time.
Yeah. Really made the most of it.
Number 6 up to bat.
That's pretty good. That's pretty dang good. Oh, Doggo Lotto results are out. If you're a Doggo Lotto fan, you like making money on Cool FM, we've got a big prize. So, wow, nice contact out into right field that passes through. Throw to second base. Not in time.
First and second now.
Yes, runners in scoring position. At least one runner in. Score is 0-1. Tucson with a lead. Buena with a runner in scoring position on second and one at first.
Let's go, Uncle.
Number 5. Whoa, popped up.
Bring it to me.
That's going to get to the catcher. Does he see it? He gets it. Two outs. 2 men on. Number 10 up to bat.
Here we go. Number 10 coming up to bat. Let's see if he could not tip it up to the catcher.
Yeah, no more pop it up. See, these guys have the mitt on, so you don't lose a finger sliding. Ooh. Getting some advice from the coach.
Yeah, I have no idea what they're telling him.
Well,
I know, I always thought you just kind of swing the bat at the baseball.
well, you and me both. You and I. we struggle to understand these sports.
If you got good depth perception, you're going to be a good batter.
Well, a lot of there's something to be said for sure. You have to have good eyes. That is not incorrect.
That's one thing about baseball. Baseball's really slow.
Mm-hmm.
It's all about patience.
I love it. There's a reason why they played in the middle of the summer is because you couldn't play something like this. Like when you go full speed all the time. Well, I guess you could. I mean, they do 182 games in major leagues.
Yeah, there's a lot of games in baseball season.
So I keep thinking that there's too many games in the NBA season. Every team should just play a home game and an away game against every other team. Just call it even, no divisions. It's super simple. For basketball, it's the best way.
Yeah, it does not need to be 84 games.
No, not at all. And then you could spread them out, and you know who's going to play. You know the games mean more instead
You don't
of.
have to worry about load management.
That's what I'm saying, dude. When I lived in Portland, or when I was a kid. Oh, there we go.
Bases loaded.
Bases loaded. When I was living in Portland, Michael Jordan was supposed to come to town, but every time they came to town, he'd sit because he wasn't at home. You know, 82 games. He'd play a little bit and then he'd sit down. It was not cool. You know, all the superstars. Tim Duncan wouldn't play in Portland, and Kobe wouldn't play sometimes.
Nobody likes Portland, it sounds like.
Dude, there's no. Oh, nice shot right up the middle. Shortstop gets it to first base. Not in time.
Okay, so I'm not going to lie. Now this is where I get choppy. He scored, but does it count?
I believe so. No,
so-
did he get out at first?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
but
out.
the guy scored.
Yeah, he's out.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the end. No runs have scored.
Oh.
So it's still 0-1.
Yeah, see, that's where baseball loses me.
Right.
Things like that, rules like that.
You and I are football players. Like there's no confusion. Well, there is some confusion there. We just know what the rules are to that one.
Yeah, if you told me any of the rules, I could tell you anything about football, but baseball, I have no idea.
American Legion baseball back for the first time in 25 years. Pretty amazing.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
Yeah, I'm very proud to have them back.
It is actually the 100th season of American Legion baseball in general.
Oh, that's the way to do it. Come back when it's important.
Yeah, come back, come back on the centennial.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and they're playing a tough team tonight too.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Tucson? Yeah, I mean, I don't know any of these kids, but they're all big and they all throw pretty dang hard. That's the best I can do.
Yeah, I mean, they're on top 1-0 right now, top of the second, so it's got to mean something.
Oh, man.
Baseball doesn't seem like a sport where the scoreboard's like golf.
Speaking of golf, we've got $1,000 on the line tomorrow, Tuesday at 7 p.m. Watch Smashers on baseball, or golf, golf, at the Sierra Vista Golf Center. You can come down and play for free from 6:30 to 7:30 if you just want to come out and watch every Tuesday, 6:30 to 7:30. You can come out and play for free, watch the live show.
And how do you win that $1,000?
You gotta qualify, but I'll tell you, when you qualify, nice shot! Right field, gets past the right fielder. He's at second base, he's coming third. Holy smokes. Triple.
I couldn't even see where the ball was.
Yeah, that was hard to tell. I mean, he hit it so far, it was out at the fence.
Yeah, I just fully lost sight of the ball.
Tucson with another runner in scoring position. Score 0-1. Number 23 at third, trying to put some pressure on the catcher and pitcher. Left-handed pitch.
This is a strike, but the catcher dropped the ball.
Yep. Drop ball strike.
I feel like there's a rule for that in softball. It's a different rule when the catcher drops his
Oh, I'm sure.
pitch. I feel like they can do something that they wouldn't normally be allowed to do in baseball.
Score is 0-1. Tucson with the lead. American Legion baseball.
Yeah, I mean, I don't. It's so weird hearing about American Legion baseball. Like for some reason, I thought it was like all the members of the American Legion. And so I was
Right,
like,
yeah.
I remember I heard about it and I was watching it and I was like, none of those look like members of the.
How many of those guys have served? I don't really
Yeah, I
recognize.
was like, I don't recognize. There's no way they're that young. That does not make sense to me.
Yeah, American Legion baseball around for 100 years.
Yeah, and I mean, coming in on your centennial, their record's 5-3 right now, post 52.
Yeah, post 52 looking good.
So they're definitely having a great start to, I say a program, but I mean I guess a program.
Well, this is kind of like the Buena High School. Nice job, nice strikeout there. But this is a lot like the high school, the Buena team. So a lot of these kids are going to play there if they don't already.
One of the weirdest things, I didn't even know there was like technical gear in baseball. I saw the catcher have an earpiece in.
Oh, I've never
And, like,
seen that.
This coach right here has a remote and he's talking to the catcher.
Wow. Gosh, rules are different here.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I know in football you can't do that.
Yeah.
It's American Legion baseball.
Yeah. I mean, the rules could be anything. They could go 12 innings instead of, well, I doubt anybody goes any more than that. Something's going on in center field. Oh, there's people playing in center field. So letting them know that they can't be out on the grass. God, how far back is that, though?
It's pretty far back.
Nobody's going to hit it that far.
Yeah.
It's like a 500-foot center field. So the gentleman in the field is going to just hang out there.
Yeah, they're waiting on him to move.
When you get home, you didn't take that one off.
As you can see in the background, the mountains are beautiful. The sun is setting.
Yeah, it's beautiful. I can't wait for monsoon season to start.
Dude, it should have started. We're cooking right now.
That's always my favorite time of the year.
You're not the only one. People love the feeling of walking in a soup. Strike.
And this, I mean, this is one of those, now that the ball's traveling too fast, I can't even tell if it's too high or too low. We were just talking about, see if it's close or far, but I can't even see if it's high or low right now.
Yeah, foul ball. They are gonna run out of balls soon.
I can barely see if if they hit the ball. The only reason I know they hit the ball is because I hear.
Mm-hmm. Oh, dropped it first. And third base didn't go.
Let's go.
Yeah, he's got to catch those on first. got to catch those on first.
The runner at third was trying his hardest to go. Score 1-0, 0-1, I should say. Tucson with a lead over American Legion 52.
Top of the second.
Top of the second, that's right. Back over to first, not in time. Runners at first and third.
He's going home.
And that'll score a run.
Yeah, so that's going to make the score 0-2. Is there a Mercer on this?
Yes, it's at 3.
Oh.
No, I'm just messing with you.
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know what the mercy rule is out here. We need Jeff.
Yeah,
He
Jeff
knows all the rules. Yeah.
about everything.
I can read ads and I can turn a camera, but that's about it.
Jeff knows the rules. Jeff is the rule guy.
Yeah, Jared's pretty good with it too. Wow,
What a
that's some
pitch.
heat.
That was a good pitch.
Yeah. Lefty popping that glove.
He's looking. Oh, I thought that hit him.
Score is 0-1. I gotta let Dan know that the score is incorrect.
Oh, and he hit that.
Shot
It's up top.
and he's got it
Yeah, that's
easily.
an easy out, yeah.
Good job, pull out, boy.
So that's 2 outs, 1 out.
Yeah. All right.
So we got 34 up to bat. Looks like he's a lefty batter.
Yeah,
Lefty,
let's
lefty. The
Jeff.
pitcher's mound's also a lot further.
Yeah, it sure is. Strike. Man, those clouds are beautiful. I'm telling you, what a beautiful place to be playing right now.
Yeah.
Gosh, the sunset's really nice too.
So I could tell that one was high.
Runner at second. Yeah, my eyesight isn't good enough to track baseball very well. That softball, I'm telling you, that thing is easy. You can track a softball all day and all night. You can see it glowing in the dark. Runner gets to third. Oh, wow.
What a play.
Got him.
What a play.
That's the third out. Getting caught stealing.
And that's why I had that little tiny earpiece.
Yep. Throw. So score 0-1. American Legion 52 of Sierra Vista down 1 run. Gonna try and wake up those bats and start scoring here. Is it 2 runs? 1 run.
That's 2-0.
2-0.
Asking something! 1, 2, 3, 6!
I want to give a huge thank you to Sierra Toyota. Sierra Toyota wants to buy your car, truck, or SUV. Get your vehicle appraised in 30 minutes or less. No vehicle will be turned away. Sierra Toyota, locally owned, community driven. Another huge thank you to TWN Communications. Fast, reliable internet with no data caps. And save money when you prepay. Not through May 31st.
Oh, yeah. Not, yeah, we're past.
It's June 23rd. Another huge thank you to Eagle Plumbing, providing expert service in Cochise County for over 50 years. Family owned and trusted for everything from leaks to major repairs, they're just one call away. You've seen their trucks and signs around town. Now join the fun. Spot a sign or truck, take a selfie, and post your picture in their Facebook comments to enter to win great monthly prizes. Eagle Plumbing, proud supporters of local sports. And I might have to start trying to do that, finding their trucks, taking pictures, because I want to know what the prizes are.
Dude, they're putting in a new toilet in the Cool FM studio. That's a big win for us. Yeah, have you ever been in that toilet? Oh my gosh. It is a true radio station toilet. It's like almost as bad as a gas station. I don't know.
A new toilet.
Yeah, it's a rental. No, I'm just kidding.
They'll come unhook it in a month.
Yeah.
Try it for 30 days.
We got to pay your bills.
30 days free.
So the score is 0-2. Just want to make sure. Is the score 0-2? 1? 1 run? 2-0? Okay. Want to make sure. Just want to make sure you're correct. 2-0, you're correct. Where are your notes, Logan? We need that notepad.
They're in my brain right now.
Oh, then your notepad is broken, my man. You and
they're in my head.
Both our notepads are not going to be very successful.
The softball pitcher took up all the space on my paper with the strikes.
You over downloaded. Not enough space.
It's number 18 for post 52 up to bat. And I really hope that we don't have another batter come up and, throw 15 foul balls out the fence.
Well, the hard thing is, oh, here we go. We're ready for action. Golly.
Because I do not want to have another, 30-minute top of the inning because it's just dinging fouls.
It'd be rough.
And then have to worry about my car. That's the worst part, is trying to worry about my car during it.
Sierra.
She's gonna walk.
Runner, yeah.
And he needs to pay attention.
Oh shoot! If I knew the rules, I'd tell him.
So we got a runner on first. Bottom of the second.
Yep.
2-0.
Down 2. Oh my gosh. This guy is even prettier than it was before.
Oh, and he tried to throw him out. He tried. Couldn't get there in time, though. So he's going to be safe on first again. Here comes number 1 up to bat. And this pitcher's just eyeing this runner on first.
Bunt, very nice. Man, he's fast.
It went foul.
That kid is hauling.
Yeah, he was going pretty quick.
I'd love to see a good bunter. Like, that's the fun thing, is like watching people bunt. And it is really, really hard to do because you're trying to move at such a fast speed. You're trying to outrun everything, and you're trying to be lethally accurate. You're trying to put that ball down in a space, that little bit of a gap. Back at first, safe.
I also didn't realize how quick your reflexes have to be.
Yeah, this is a very, it's basketball, football, and baseball that really have that fast twitch reaction requirement. Bunted. Ooh, did he get him? Yes, he gets the man at second.
He's going to be safe at first.
Safe at first, though, that's correct. Trying to manufacture some runs here.
Yeah, let's see if we can send somebody home, bring him home.
Yeah. Man on first. Number 7 up to bat.
Lucky number 7.
Ooh, running second. And he's safe. Nice base running. Young man is very fast.
Yeah, he is a quick guy. He is quick.
Hey, look, come at the dude, top right here.
They are really patient batters.
Yeah, you'll see a lot of contact. They like rotate. They'll get a lot of bases. Sierra Vista getting loud.
Let's go. Let's go, Mason! Let's go! Come on! Let's go, Mason! Come on! Let's go! Let's go! Come on!
I'm really enjoying hearing them in the dugout.
Dude, it gets even wilder than that, I promise. Yeah, these guys, they're very supportive of their teammates, that's for sure, you know.
That's what it sounds like. It's number 11 up to bat now. It's so quiet out here. It's
Yeah.
dead silent.
Nice shot to right field.
Can't see it.
And he
It is
gets
out.
it. That's out number 3.
So now we're going top of the third.
Yeah,
Post 7 on top. And we want to give a huge thank you to SSVEC,
for sure.
Sulphur Springs Valley Electric Cooperative, for serving our community. You know, helping us present this wonderful broadcast in the American Legion baseball for the first time in 25 years. Another huge thank you to Vinny's New York Pizza of Sierra Vista, serving the community for 45 years with great pizza, wings, and sandwiches.
Absolutely, we love their food so much.
I love Vinny's. I might go get Vinny's right after this.
Thank you. Your first name? Victor.
Getting a little bit of clarification. Top of the third, 2-0.
Top of the third, 2-0.
Yeah.
The umpire is coming to shake everybody's hand.
I'm telling you, if you want some wings, pizza, or sandwiches, it's Vinny's Pizza. We got to go over there after this. I'm hungry. Thank you to the Leone team at Cross Country Mortgage, Sierra Vista. Think of them for your next home loan experience. Proud to support American Legion inaugural year youth baseball team with Post 52 Sierra Vista. God bless them. Thank you. Sierra Vista Sonic Drive-In. Come in, enjoy a tasty burger or treat after the game. Sonic is about community support and tasty treats, so come in and get both. We'd also like to thank Duran Plumbing LLC, serving Sierra Vista and Cochise County for residential and commercial plumbing projects for 10+ years with a lifetime of experience in the industry. Proud supporter of local sports programs and athletes. Thank you to
Here
Duran.
comes the catcher earpiece. Earpiece on the catcher.
Oh, no.
So there's like a whole radio strapped in there, huh?
Yeah, it's like a coach to player in the NFL.
Oh my gosh. What do you need it for in baseball, though?
Yeah, I have no idea.
That's the call.
So here we go. The Moondogs.
Woo!
It's a good hit.
Falls in left field, stopped at the shortstop right there. A single, man, that ball could have gone much further.
Yeah,
you know, that looked like a double to me, and he retrieved that ball and played it well.
So here we go. We got a runner on first. They're gonna try to move him up, get another score on the board here. Oh,
Umpire is gonna have a conversation real quick, get things figured out.
I wonder what they're talking about.
Oh, they're definitely talking about what they're having after this for dinner.
Vinny's.
Vinny's, yep. Well, it's either Vinny's or Sonic. If you want a treat, you could probably combo that up.
That way, other way.
Go to Vinny's and then go to Sonic for your ice cream afterward. Ooh, pick off at first, not in time.
Aaron, your way last time.
So here we go. number 2 for post 7 up to bat. I keep wanting to say Tucson High. It's same colors, same everything.
Yeah, for sure. Showed bunt.
And all the coaches have the Tucson High gear on.
Yeah. Okay, so it is. That's pretty much what it is then. Okay. That's
So it's
cool.
just high school baseball.
Yeah,
with
it's-
the Legion name. on it.
I know, with a number. Yeah, you're like, you represent number 52 and you represent number 7. Wow.
Oh, don't throw it away.
Almost lost that ball at first.
I thought he got him out. I thought he caught it and got him out.
I know it kind of looked like that, but I think he dropped the ball is what they're. Ooh, showing bunt again. Trying to catch him at first.
They're
Not
really
in
trying
time.
to get this guy out.
Oh yeah.
They're
Well,
really putting in a lot of work here.
100 years of American Legion baseball here in the United States.
Yeah, and this Tucson team, they're 8-1.
Oh yes, they're so good. I mean, clearly they're a great team.
So they're bringing a squad down here.
Yeah.
And that, part of me kind of wonders if they took the Tucson High bus. Like, to get down
Well,
here.
we can look around.
I'm just kind of curious because I don't see any buses. So if they'll just drove
No.
here themselves.
No, I think they rode with their parents. I think this is kind of like the freshman, sophomore. You know, you'll see a couple kids that might be sophomores, but you might even see an 8th grader out here. So these are the young guys. This is the future of both baseball squads in Tucson and here in Sierra Vista.
Oh, if you want the bunt, let him have the bunt. Let's get the out. Let's go.
I don't know how to communicate in baseball either.
Yeah.
I just know you say like,
Ooh,
he's on first base.
strike.
So strike
Stop
2.
now, Aaron, 2.
See if we can get him here. We'd like to thank you for checking in to Cool FM for Sports here. John Berger with Logan Seeley on the mics. Nice shot. Safe at first, but they get the man at second.
Mason,
So get the guy they
that's
wanted.
got to be you.
Yep,
You're
exactly.
supposed to be shifted that
wanted.
way. That's why we do that. Let's go.
Hey.
Wake up.
All right, well, I am going to disengage my microphone. We'll hand off to the man with the plan himself, Jeff Davenport. How are you doing, my man?
Who?
Jeff Davenport.
I think that guy owes me money. How are you, Logan? Good to see you, bro.
Good, how are
Good
you?
to see you, man. It's been a minute.
Yeah, it's been a long
It's
time.
been a minute. Catch me up. What's going on with the game, bro?
So Tucson's up 2-0.
All right. Now, Tucson is a very good team, right? They're one of the top teams in the.
8-1.
Okay.
8-1. So
And
you know,
just stolen base
52s
right
have
here.
Had their hands full so far.
Yep, just got a stolen base.
I believe it's the top of the 3rd still.
Yes.
Okay.
Top of the 3rd.
All right.
So how are you doing, Jeff?
Oh, just nothing going on at all. Just nothing happening at all. Just another boring day in my life. But I'm glad to be here with you guys and see this. Always love watching
Dude,
the American Legion.
This is Buena baseball in my head. I'm telling you, like,
Yeah,
all
it's hard
I
to say
see-
Sierra Vista. It's hard to say
Yeah.
Sierra Vista instead of Buena. It is difficult to do when you see the blue jerseys and the pinstripes and
all the same
it takes a
players.
second. Yeah, a lot of them, quite a few of them. I just saw Brandon Brown over here. I was talking to him
Yeah.
last week about where he's going to be playing coming up. Good throwback over to second base, just keeping the runner honest there after the stolen base.
Are we gonna get him in at COCHISE?
No, oh no, he's going to Texas.
Oh man, well it's probably better for him anyway. But man, I wanted him to stick around local, but that's just personally.
Who's on the mound for Sierra Vista today?
His name's Cole.
That would be Cole Isaacson.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
That would be-
Jeff has the roster memorized, thank God.
No, not memorized. I wish I did, but I know he's a lefty. Good fastball high. So 2 on now in the top of the 3rd. How many outs are we looking at?
2.
Oh gosh. Okay. Well, so a 2-out walk after a stolen base. Goodness gracious. Already down 2-0. Bringing up the next batter for the Tucson American Legion. I wonder which part of Tucson this one is. I mean, is it? Let me see if Todd sent me the notes here. I'll look those over. And
It's post 7.
oh, post 7. Okay, all
Post
right.
7 out of Tucson.
There it is. Yep, Tucson Legion number 7.
One thing I really have enjoyed watching about the pitcher here is his patience. I mean, he's been extremely patient on the mound this entire game.
Yeah, he has. He knows where to pick his spots. You know, you can't throw all your heat all the time. You got to pick your spots. Yeah, I keep forgetting I'm not mic'd up.
All right, called strike. Yeah, again, the first couple weeks that we were doing this, it was difficult not to say Sierra Vista American Legion, because we recognize these young student athletes from One Walk during the spring, that whole block that Buena had that amazing magical season, much like you have had, Logan, in back-to-back seasons with ALA on the football team and doing what you're doing there. And
yeah, it's definitely been a ride, but it's also, one of those things that I think kind of everybody wishes they had in high school, and so I'm just extremely grateful for it.
Little high.
I mean, if I had a career like yours, that would have been a lot of fun. Being a Wildcat quarterback. Oh, I can't think of anything more fun. Even in video games, it's more fun to play Wildcat quarterback.
We got a great view out here tonight. The breeze is very nice.
Beautiful.
What are we talking? 82 degrees at the moment, so
It's beautiful.
extremely nice. That was a swing and a miss, so strike 3. So it wasn't 2 outs. Now it's 2 outs. That's what it looks like on the field. So
It's a little bit better than the weather during the softball game. Just the heat.
Yeah, he did
was that where was that? Were you here, or did you have to go to Bisbee? Okay,
We
we were just
were-
over at the other one.
Yeah.
Down at Domingo Paez.
Yeah.
Was that the seniors? Or was it?
It was 8 to 10.
Oh, okay,
Oh
10U.
my gosh,
Okay.
those kids.
They were huge.
Yeah. No kidding, they were gigantic. For 8 to 8-year-olds, they're all as big as these kids.
Coach Tommy, get out of our shot. I'm kidding. We love Coach Tommy.
Absolutely.
It's always great to see him. All the familiar faces here. So a strikeout after a 1-out walk makes it 2 outs. Number 8 at the plate.
I never caught a Buena baseball game, and I wonder if this is the same kind of environment. Is this exactly what it's like?
No, the Buena games actually had a lot of people. The season, I mean, all season long, the Buena team had a huge following. I'd say after game 6 or game 7, after that first series of games, man, Buena was just packed at home. It was a lot of fun to watch. But they did win 20-something games.
It was 20 on the money.
Yeah.
I mean, in the regular season.
Oh.
Well, actually, they ended up losing in the first round, so,
So
which
20
was unfortunate.
20 no matter what.
Yep, 20 wins.
It was the first time in anybody's memory that they won that many games. It was a great season overall.
It was
It was
definitely a great
disappointing because of the finish, but
Oh, man.
so throwing the pickoff move to first ends up.
That pitcher was insane. You remember that pitcher?
He was being scouted. There were 4 different major league teams that were there that morning to scout him, and they guess he's going to play for ASU, but he will be a 3rd-round draft pick in Major League Baseball
insane.
draft. So
Yeah.
he was something you don't see players like that. Uncontested stolen base to second because they're not going to throw down because they see the speedster on 3rd ready to head home. That's not going to happen. So 2 runners in scoring position with 2 down. Here in what we believe is the top of the 3rd. Jeff Davenport hanging out with Logan Seeley and John Berger. What is this, man? This is awesome.
Oh, the weather's so nice too. Though it just is beautiful out tonight. They got concessions over there.
Oh yeah, no, the snack shack here is fantastic for those who end up stopping by and picking up. So I think Todd had a chili dog last time we were here. That pitch high and inside. So this Tucson team, 8-1, a fantastic record.
Yeah.
Looking at this American Legion series or American Legion season.
Really kind of starting the game off, they gunned it. They gunned it out the gates. So they've done a great job kind of keeping the pace, keeping the tempo. And now they're kind of slowing down a little bit.
Did you find that? And that was a called strike 3. Watching that breaking pitch, beautifully done by Cole Isaacson. That strikeout powered by SSVEC, Sulphur Springs Valley Electric Cooperative, serving our community as the Sierra Vista Post 52, representing the 100th year of American Legion baseball across our country. They will get together, huddle up outside, and have Coach Tommy come in and talk to them, let them know the assignments, what's going on, as we will see them at the bat. So they're the home team tonight, so they'll be batting in the bottom of the inning, which is nice, because sometimes that flipped around. Like a week ago when we were here, the games weren't necessarily the home team is at home. It was just the way that the schedule landed. So it's nice that they actually get the bottom part of the inning, knowing that they're down 2-0 at the moment. So thank you. Is Dan the man doing some graphics for us tonight? Oh, Dan, let's give you a shout out, brother. Good to see. I saw Dan earlier today. Hopefully Doggo Lotto, people ended up watching that. Did you? There was a couple of firsts today on Doggo Lotto. We had our very first human pick because for some reason, Secret did not want to pick. He wanted to keep it a secret, you know. I mean, Secret was one of our superstar ball pickers, but Secret did not want to pick a ball today. He just wanted to sit and watch and see what was going on. And I'm like, Secret, you got a job to do here, brother. And Secret's the one that wears these goggles because he has an eye condition that makes his eyes sensitive to light. So he has these goggles that he wears, almost like a motorcyclist would, you know, to have, or more like a snowboarder, like the snowboarder in the Olympics. It looks kind of like that. Cool. And then Secret came up and like got down like between, like it hit the inside of my leg, and his goggles came off and fell off. We're like, oh no, Secret, we got to get you out of the light. Get out of here, Secret. And so we had to have a human draw. That's a foul ball going down. My gosh, that was a laser beam flying right by us here. This is, you're not going to see balls flying like that in the 10U softball.
I mean, she caught it with her teeth.
Yeah, no kidding. What a great grab. Hey, bring it back. Get a snack. You deserve it. So 0-1 count. To Cole Isaacson with a smash to deep center field. That is going to go all the way to the wall. Cole is going to be having an inside the park home run. There is no doubt about it. He's having to go all the way to Domingo Paez. Wait, yes, Tommy, what were you doing? Just fooling with him on third? Inside the park home run. That would have been out of the park at most fields, but here on Arbin's field, that just goes all the way down to the other softball fields. I think those softball kids almost had a look at that, and that cuts the lead in half just like that. One swing of the bat, it is 2-1.
What a hit.
I know. Just to launch that sucker. That would have, I mean, that ball rolled all the way out to where they kicked those people out of.
Oh yeah,
There's some people out there playing with their kid out in the outfield, and they had to kick him out. But the ball was right; it rolled right to where they were at.
Yeah, and we said nobody would hit it that far.
Yeah, we were like, no, that's like 500. That's 500. You know.
Yeah, it is. That's forever.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a mashed ball. My gosh, that center fielder, he just may as well have just watched it go over his head. You know, I mean, there's no chance. You're not gonna get Cole when he's rounding those bases. He is a very quick young man. And now we got Aaron Cortez at the plate.
I mean, he hit it so far, you'd want to ride a bicycle to go get it, you know?
You need a Segway.
Yeah.
Do they have Segways in the outfield someone could borrow to just step on one of those things and get out there a little bit quicker? I'm not sure.
Now there are kids out there.
Now there's kids out there. Yeah, they're going to.
See if the umpire says anything.
Well, it looked like the center fielder turned around and mentioned something to them. So getting some help from the fielder saying, yeah, one just came here, so you might want to think about where you're playing around. This is the difficult part about this field. I mean, it's called strike 3 at the knees. Cortez shakes his head no, but that is one down. So after the inside the park home run, followed up by a strikeout. Next batter up, number 6. Number 6 is?
Webster.
Webster?
Yep. Webster.
Oh, gotcha. Webster at the plate. Thank you. So again, it looks like only 2 umpires on the field. That ends up getting put right down in the dirt.
That looked like a bunker buster. He hit it so hard into the ground, it just stuffed in there.
Probably the wrong time of week to be using a term like that, John. But I mean, thinking about national things that are going on, that's a pop fly, shading foul on the first base side. They might need to. Oh wow, just beyond the soccer.
Gosh.
Yeah, I mean,
That's something you don't want.
the soccer / football field. Now, if I remember correctly, Logan, you in the first season of Berean football, you played on this field.
Yeah.
It wasn't baseball, it was the football side.
A lot of memories here.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, and that was one of the first times I think that I got to see you play when you were a sophomore, and watching you come up and make some hits, like literally right in front of us on the line, on the sideline. It was absolutely incredible, and I got to see your intensity firsthand and watch that focus. And check swing, strike 3, going down, swinging is Webster, and that will bring up number 5.
Jackson, AJ Jackson.
Oh, it's Alex Jackson. Yep, we know Alex. So Jackson coming up to the plate, got that guard on his left arm. But yeah, this was a field that you dominated even as a sophomore, obviously on the football side of things, in the outfield going across north to south.
Yeah, this field has a lot of memories, you know, playing here growing up too, playing here with the youth league. It was definitely exciting until, you know, we moved over to Keith Hampton Field and made memories there.
It was the best decision and the best opportunity, and certainly because of the connections of your head coach made it that much easier. And we'll never forget those seasons were magical. I mean, even in your senior year with your injuries, still able to come back and then take it all the way to the very end. You know, watching you play on that football field, how pumped are you for the fall? Got your conditioning and stuff?
Wow.
He's got some news for you.
I'm going to be here for another year, maybe.
Maybe things changed.
Year, yeah.
I'm sorry. Did you guys already talk about that? I apologize.
We talked about it on the last broadcast, not on this one.
Yeah.
I'll be here for another year. I'll be here to cover football in the fall.
And that is a called strike 3. So after the inside the park home run, 3 straight strikeouts. Buena. Sierra Vista, yeah, now you got me saying it, John. Sierra Vista leaves none on, but gets one across, cuts the lead in half. 2-1 is what we're looking at. So in the meantime, you want to talk about some of the sponsors? You got. I'll filibuster while you're looking for that list and talk about, because I have so many more questions for you now. But I understand this is a game and a broadcast. You can see them all the sponsors flashed up on the screen as the broadcast is going out on the YouTube channel and on the Facebook, and that's why it looks so good. I mean, I can tell the difference on the screen the way it looks. I need to make sure that my YouTube is set up the way yours is. Go ahead, Logan. Who's bringing us tonight's broadcast?
I want to give a huge thank you to Ed Morse, Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Sierra Vista. Cochise County is now backed by Morse. The Sherry EHTELL team at Long Realty, proud to support our young athletes all season long. Make the first call to your real estate experts at 717-599-2439. BARNETT'S Towing, serving our community since 1963. The Copper Queen Community Hospital. Make an appointment with one of their doctors of physical therapy today at 520-432-6435. And last but not least, Grasshopper Landscaping and Maintenance, quality from the ground up. Visit them on Facebook or Google Grasshopper Landscaping.
We love Grasshopper Landscaping, Damon and Marie. Yeah, very nice read on those. You can see all those and all the post in the post description, all of our sponsors. And Dan the Man will have their logos up on the screen during this broadcast here. Glad to be bringing you this, the award-winning Cool FM Sports. Jeff Davenport, Logan Seeley, John Berger. It's like a Monday Night Football broadcast booth here. You know, we're under the Monday Night Lights. You know, we are. So I mean, that kind of has it. So Logan, tell me about that decision to end up staying in Sierra Vista one more year. Is there an education component to your fall, or what is going to be happening, young man?
I mean, really just kind of the thing is I want to be able to put my best foot forward, step into college and be fully ready, you know, get the surgery I needed on my shoulder, make sure my body's fully ready before I decide I'm going to, you know, go in and play a full 4 years at a school.
Are they able to honor the scholarship, or will you have to reapply? Or will you look somewhere else?
So really, it gives me another year to kind of go through the recruiting process. You know, talk to more schools, go through kind of everything, especially with staying here, and especially, you know, graduating valedictorian at Berean. It's definitely going to help get into, you know, some bigger schools, some better schools and things like that.
Well, at least more opportunities, if nothing else. sadly, I'm disappointed because John and I were planning to see you. You know, we were going to come up and call all your games on Saturdays, at least the home games. So it doesn't mean that it won't happen still. I mean, you know, it could still not this fall. But so the good news is that you're going to be around to help out with calling football, and that's a good thing. You know,
I'm excited.
Come Fridays.
I know some things about the coming football season. So,
do you? All right.
You know, ALA, they're playing 11 men. They're going up to Division III in the CAA.
Okay.
So
I didn't know. Well, but Berean was in Division III as well, but they only played 8-man in Division III. So there's 2 different Division IIIs, or is Division III now 11-man?
Division III is now 11-man. So they redid the whole CAA. So Division III is 11-man now.
Sweet.
But they're still going to be playing. The hard part is with that, you're still playing against the Phoenix teams and the Yuma teams, and it's still a very long drive to get to where you need to go to play those games.
But you've got enough players to play 11-man football. That's
a great job. I mean, on ALA, especially as a second-year program.
Well, particularly because they were looking at going AIA eventually and making that jump. So that is, if that's breaking news, then I appreciate you sharing that with us here first. That is why we are the award-winning Cool FM Sports, because we have people like Logan Seeley who are on the inside. You're the Adam Schefter of Cool FM now, breaking news like that. Actually, Adam Schefter's a dirtbag, so because he doesn't watch our broadcasts, he doesn't share our broadcasts. Adam, I'm just kidding if you're watching. Big fan.
So we made a rotation at pitcher.
Yeah, so new pitcher in is number 18. Number 18 pitching.
Switched out the first baseman.
Sal Zuniga.
Pitcher?
Suniga?
Yeah, Sal Zuniga.
Okay, thank you. So Sal on the mound for the Sierra Vista American Legion. Oh, check swing, foul ball, back to the backstop. Beautiful fastball. I mean, my gosh, that thing was lightning in there. So Cole's day is done on the mound as this American Legion season continues on. Do we know how many games are left in their season? I mean, they've already got 8 or 9 in the books.
I
so
have no idea.
I mean, it'll be interesting to see how many more weeks that they're going to be doing this before they determine the playoffs. And the cool part is, that's a nice shot into center field. It's going to bounce in for a base hit. So a leadoff single for Tucson American Legion, post number 7, as they are on board and bringing up their next hitter here. You know, thinking about that, someone from this division here in Arizona could end up being the national champion American Legion baseball on the 100th anniversary. Someone's going to get it. It would be awesome if it was somewhere here in Arizona. Of course, we'd love it to be our Sierra Vista team
and
to represent Post 52. Right. First year back. Yeah, in 20 years. Okay. So 3 games left. This is the time where they need to prove the winning, and that is a pass ball on the breaking pitch. The runner will round second. Looking back, that is the one real negative of this field, is that the backstop is so far behind the catcher. There's no chance at having the ball bounce back to you. No chance at all. And now Coach Tommy coming out to have a conversation with Sal, the new pitcher here. And it's on both sides. It's on the outfield. It goes on forever. The backstop behind the catcher goes on forever. So if it gets over your head or behind you, runners will be advancing no matter what.
Defense is important.
Believe it or not, the umpire, the home plate umpire, is actually, he was the very last American Legion Sierra Vista post 52 coach 20 years ago. And now he's an umpire here for these games over the course of every Monday night. You guys can join us right here next to the pickleball courts. Look like the pickleball courts filling up, just like they do every single evening here in Sierra Vista. Of course, they're looking to expand the pickleball courts, make a few more of those for old people like John who want to go play that game. But so, Logan, the surgery that you're going to be having, is it scheduled yet?
No, I mean, I have months. I have time.
Okay.
But it's to repair a torn AC joint from our first trip up to Surprise. So I got to make sure I get that work done before I decide I'm gonna play.
Well, once you get that fixed, keep us posted on the recovery. You know we're rooting for you. Always do. Hey, brother, how are you, man? Good to see you. Ooh. I'm a son of the American Legion because my dad and my grandpa served, so they made sure to sign me up with the Sons of the American Legion.
I think I'm a son too.
Yeah.
I think I'm a son too.
They say if your dad or grandpa served, then you are eligible to be a son of the American Legion, which is an honor. I have my laminated card in my wallet. Not sure if I can use it to get out of traffic tickets or anything, but
It's good to have, though.
absolutely.
Good to look.
Oh, man, the throwback. Oh, the hustle came up
play.
just a little bit short.
They're doing that on you. You need to wake up.
And that is absolutely the catcher with the soft tosses back to the pitcher, end up creating the opportunity for the base runners to end up stealing extra bases on the throwback to the pitcher. Definitely something that you got to 2 balls, 1 strike, the count to the hitter here with 1 down. So some intense words from Coach Tommy to the catcher. A beautiful fastball, but a little bit outside.
There we go.
And that was a zinger back. Yeah, you saw that throw right back to the pitcher. That was a zinger. I think that pitch might have been just as fast as the pitch coming in. Have to put a radar on the throwbacks. That's in the dirt, and that will be ball 4. And so the catcher will have to hustle because the player will look around first base and look at second possibly, but the catcher gets there in time. Again, this is a task for any catcher on this field. It is brutal. It is not easy to be on this field and catching on this field.
Yeah, especially, you know, you have all that gear on, you're trying to get up, you're really kind of struggling to see the ball in itself. So, I mean, I can only imagine it's horrible back there.
Yeah, because Joe used to be a lot closer during your high school outings. Throw back over to first base. Wow, that was really close. Much closer pickoff move than I thought. A great move. If the base runner would have been just leaning a little bit more one way, I don't think he would have been safe going back into first. So 1 down, 1 on. And runner will go on a hit and run. Heads up, heads up, heads up. As the ball goes foul, out of play. Bring it back, get a snack.
I'm hoping it doesn't come and hit the camera.
Well, we've never had that before, have we, John?
Not since
Not since the time that it happened.
The very second game we ever did
For Buena.
Yeah.
Like there was a pop fly and the third baseman was coming over, and literally the ball ended up hitting the top of the cage that holds the phone, and it came crashing down. The third baseman came crashing into it. Like everything went everywhere. And I'm looking, I'm going, I don't know if any of this survived. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I was like, well, at least this is Todd's phone. That was my first thought was, well, this is Todd's phone that I'm borrowing. You know,
Insurance policy.
Yes, yeah. So I know it'll be okay. But that's not cool, though. So runner on first base had to go back on the hit and run that went foul. Now the runner goes again, and that'll be in the dirt. They won't even, yes, they do make a throw down, and it goes all the way into center field. Gets past 2 of the infielders. They throw into third base, not in time, sliding in safe at third. So with 1 down, there's a base runner 90 feet away from adding a potential 3rd run to the Tucson American Legion's lead of 2-1. And we are here in the top of the 4th now.
Top of the 4th.
May the 4th be with you. Wow, gorgeous fastball. My goodness. How do you hit that? I mean, it's funny. Logan, as a former high school and college football player, I end up watching games, especially high school football games. I think, how would my high school team have done against these teams? I'm always comparing. Oh, and the ball gets past the catcher. There's going to be no chance. Sliding in head first is safe at home. It is 3-1 Tucson over Sierra Vista. And I do think a lot of times, you know, maybe it's just the rose-colored lenses that I see the world, thinking, you know what, I'm pretty sure our team could have handled whoever was on that field in high school, maybe in college. I don't know. I got my bell rung so many times I barely remember high school and college. But I watch baseball and I think, could I hit that pitch? No, I could not. I could not even touch the pitchers in high school, and there's no way. That's why I got cut my sophomore year at Buena.
You know, I always thought the same thing, and then this offseason, Barine, our football team always plays against our softball team in a little scrimmage. And man, I mean, you watch the pitchers in softball, and some of them you think, hey, that's a slow pitch. I'm about to send this, and you can't hit it. You just can't hit it.
Isn't that amazing?
It's crazy.
And that is a high fly ball into right center field. Right fielder shading over, running, makes the catch on the run. In stride. Times it perfectly for out number 2 as they bring the ball back in around the horn, getting it back to the pitcher. So 2 down now here in the top of the 4th, a 3-1 lead for the Tucson team. Thank you again to Dan the Man back in the studio, putting up all the graphics of all of our sports sponsors here on the award-winning Cool FM Sports. If you are interested in being a sports sponsor, be sure to send a DM to Todd Ryan. Let him know on this very platform and say, hey, I'm interested. Send me an email. Todd will be able to do that to you, and that will just get over the outstretched arms of Skylar Leon at shortstop. So a 2-out single for the Tucson American Legion. Post number 7 leaves a little life for them here in the top of the 4th.
Yeah, if you would have caught that, that would have been just a great play.
Yeah, definitely highlights.
Same play, yeah.
So how many future sports shows have you booked Logan on already?
Oh, he's all of them.
Okay.
He's in every one.
Just making sure.
We got 1 leaving, 1 coming in. So Duran may leave, but we got another guy coming through. So it's awesome.
Well, in case of emergency, break glass and Logan's behind it. You know. So.
Exactly.
He was so desperate, Logan. He was so desperate a couple weeks ago. He had to ask me to co-host with him. That's how desperate he was.
It was one of our best shows too. So thank you.
Let's not get
Jeff.
carried away. You're being very generous. Your best shows are yet to come when you got Logan there.
I remember watching that show, actually. I remember watching that show.
Yeah.
I think I only made fun of Jared about 6 times. I should have. No, I'm kidding. You know how much I love Jared. I mean, I went to high school with the guy. We played football together. We are. From the stretch, that pitch, that's a ball 4. The catcher will have to run it down, and they will look ahead, and the runner thought about advancing from 2nd to 3rd. Instead, a 2-out single followed up by a 2-out walk puts 2 more on for Tucson here in the top of the 4th. And Coach Tommy coming out to have a chat with his pitcher. The infield ends up coming in as well. Not sure if he'll pass the ball off. I don't know if there was anybody warming up. Looks like he will pass the ball off. So we will see a new pitcher here. Some great pitches thrown by Sol, just fantastic pitches. Unfortunately, the ones that were out of the zone ended up advancing the runners. So that brings up number 4 to be able to be a part. Who's number 4?
For this team?
Yeah, for Sierra Vista.
That's Moore. Hayes Moore.
Oh, it's Moore. Yeah, of course. Moore, number 4.
Nash Moore's younger brother.
That's right.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hayes.
that's excellent. So we got another quarterback on the way, thank goodness.
Well, right now, you know, a left-handed pitcher, southpaw, doing his warm-ups here. As he warms up, Jeff Davenport, Logan Seeley, John Berger, Dan the Man back in the studio. Having a good. I didn't mean to like ruin your broadcast. I'm just kind of. I mean, I can leave. I don't need to be here. You guys have it covered, right? I mean, you guys are doing great.
You're doing.
I don't want to ruin the vibe. You know, I feel like I'm on the third wheel here for sure. You know, I'm like, hey guys, I'm here too. I'm like, no, you don't need to be here, Jeff. Get out of here. You're hogging up all our airtime. But definitely always glad to spend time with you, Logan. Good to see you. And for some reason, I'm sorry that it's not working out, but you sound like you're okay with what the fall is going to hold for you.
Yeah, you know,
and then being able to give a full 4 years, should you decide to do that. Would you have been able to redshirt had you gone there?
I would. It would have messed with my scholarship money a little bit.
Okay.
That was an option I kind of looked into.
Okay.
And you know, our scholarship money is important.
Every dollar counts, and without a doubt. I mean, to be able to. It's the hard part of deciding to go to college when the seniors of the class of 2025 are doing that and making those choices. it's something that, yeah, that is a possible massive debt that you will be facing in just a handful of years, and being able to balance it out with the knowledge of like what you're doing, to be able to weigh it and say, okay, I want to make sure every dollar counts, because you were valedictorian. So, I mean, not only do you have the athletic side covered, you have the academic side covered as well. So to take advantage of either one of those, I think any school would be lucky to have you on either side, not just on the athletic side. And the athletic side is a freakishly gifted side, where a motor that is all gas, no brakes. And this is someone who I've grown to love over the 3 years that I covered his high school football career. So Moore on the mound gets a called strike on his first pitch from the left-hander, as Coach Tommy is getting the outfield readjusted with 2 down, 2 on, lefty versus lefty.
And that's a good first sign, your first pitch being a strike.
Getting it in there. Breaking pitch on the second one. Heads up, heads up, heads up. That ball bounces over there. That's why I park. I try to park far away, but then you get somebody like Cole hitting the ball a country mile, and I'm like, oh yeah, that would easily hit my car if it was going the right direction. You just can't hide. So a 2-strike pitch with 2 down. Breaking pitch, ground ball, goes to second base, and that is covered by first, and that is the end of the top of the 4th. Tucson will leave 2 on.
So now we go down.
And get none across. Exactly.
Point the arrow down.
And who are some of the sponsors? Let's talk about some of the other sponsors there, Logan, since you got the list and you're the one who's doing the great job here. I'm just lobbing the softballs at you, and you knock it out of the park. I think the last one we talked about was our good friends at Grasshopper Landscaping. Who else is on that list?
Yeah, I want to give a huge thank you to Ginger's Titles at 999 East Fry Boulevard. Open Saturdays 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. Aloe Fiber in Arizona. Visit aloefiber.com. Learn more about the Aloe Fiber difference and become a fiber fan. Now available in Sierra Vista. Berg's Heating and Air Conditioning, now powered by Right Way. Now serving Sierra Vista and Cochise County, providing heating, cooling, plumbing, and electrical services. American Southwest Credit Union. Visit asu.org to experience better rates and personalized service. Join the credit union that supports your community. Federally insured by the NCUA, Equal Opportunity Lender. And last but not least, Sierra Toyota wants to buy your car, truck, or SUV. Get your vehicle appraised in 30 minutes or less. No vehicle will be turned away. Sierra Toyota, locally owned and community driven.
Sierra Toyota, also the presenting sponsor. Thank you, Logan. The presenting sponsor of the Doggo Lotto. You can get your lucky numbers in, as Dan the man told me to say. It's go fetch yourself some numbers at coolfmonline.com/Doggo Lotto, and go back and watch today's episode. I think you'll get a kick out of it. You'll see the most adorable adoptable shelter dogs who are ready to go. They're so excited and so happy to see people, and I promise you, if you are looking for a dog, you need to go down to the shelter. So share it with your friends, share it in groups. Let people know that these dogs, we've already had in 8 weeks, there have been at least 5 adoptions that were directly related to that Doggo Lotto that Dan came up with all those years ago. He had this envisioned in his mind, and we got to bring it to fruition. Well, he brought it to fruition. I'm just there to be the monkey in front of the camera, you know, dancing, doing everything and anything to make it possible and have a lot of fun at the same time. And Dan really set this thing up for success for the Nancy J. Brew Animal Care Center. But it's all only successful to the extent that people watch and people share. And hopefully you will be able to do that when you watch the latest episode of Doggo Lotto and get your numbers picked. It's absolutely free to play, and you can win cash and prizes. That's the fun part about it. So here we are, bottom of the 4th inning. Coming up toward the bottom of the 8 o'clock hour.
Score is 3-1.
I believe so. I believe it's 3-1.
3-1.
Because it was 2-1 when I got here, and then they did score on the pass ball. That's called strike. To the Sierra Vista team. Sierra Vista team wearing their blue jerseys with now, it used to be white pants, but they slid around a lot. So, all right. So leadoff hitter aboard for Sierra Vista, which means a tying run comes to the plate here in the bottom of the 4th.
That's a shot from
And again, this American Legion season in its 100th year, It's absolutely incredible that John was there during year one, so he remembers it fondly.
Yeah, finding out they were doing American Legion baseball. Part of me thought it was just kind of trick baseball, like all the tricks and the Savannah Bananas and whatnot. I thought it was like that, and I was
It's
like,
the legit deal, man.
yeah,
It really is.
I
Isn't that
found out
crazy?
It was legit.
Savannah Bananas. Called strike on the inside part of the plate on the fastball there by the Tucson American Legion pitcher. Coach Tommy comes out to the third base coach's box. And it's funny, there is a third base coach's box, but Tommy never stands inside of it.
Never.
It's like it's avoid that box. Oh, wow, that's a line drive foul ball. Going out to the folks that are tailgating out there in the first base side.
Anywhere but, it's like jail. It's like Tommy jail. He doesn't want to go there.
Yeah. Yeah, he finds his comfort outside of the box in more ways than one, and that's why we love Coach Tommy. I think I did more interviews with him this year than any other coach so far, until we start talking to Coach Thomas every week and Coach Hampton every week and doing all that. So strikeouts will bring up Hazemore, number 4, to the plate for Sierra Vista with 1 on, 1 down. Again, the tying run at the plate for Sierra Vista, playing against the number 1 seed, 8-1. Tucson American Legion, post 7. Watches ball high. Breeze going out toward right center field at the moment. Coming across the field. Some good chatter from the Sierra Vista dugout, as you can hear that next to us. We're about 10 yards away from them.
And it's so funny. It's always dead silent. You don't hear anything else besides what's going on in the field in the dugout. I can hear every conversation going on in the dugout right now.
As long as the mics don't pick it up, because some of those words are not family friendly. And just make sure these microphones are working very well and capturing the audio. Called strike. That fastball was so fast, the pitcher's ball cap came off. As he sets from the stretch, gets the sign from the catcher, looks back over to first base. A windup pitch, and that is another called strike. So 2-strike count. Again, you can tell when it's a fastball because his hat comes off.
He used to put a belt on his hat.
Yeah.
Chin strap. Throw back over to first, safe. You know, the advantage of the American Legion team and playing with this team right now is just more reps, you know, especially for those who are getting ready to gear up for travel baseball leagues. Fouled back. That's going to hit a car. How did that get in between?
Right in between.
My goodness.
That's where my car's parked.
You gotta.
Somebody's car is blessed tonight. Two-strike pitch ends up being outside. Good eye by Moore.
Okay, I thought you were joking when you told me that.
What's that?
You can spot a strike from anywhere.
He can't. He can actually tell. You and I don't have the same eyes that Jeff does.
And that goes low. So 2 on for Sierra Vista. American Legion post 52 with 1 down. You guys were talking about me before I got here. Is that what's going on?
Oh, yeah, we were talking about how you can actually call balls and strikes. You and Jared both are pretty good at it. I can't tell what's going on at the plate at all. And Logan and I were both kind of laughing about how neither one of us know enough about baseball, nor do we know either of our eyesight is good enough to call balls and strikes from here. So
Yeah, that's all right.
You can, though.
That's funny. So pinch runner coming in for Sierra Vista. As Moore being the pitcher, he'll come in after getting the walk, earning his way to first base with a very patient at bat. 2-strike count for half of it. Having a good eye there. We'll bring up Skylar Leon. Of course, the Leon team at Cross Country Mortgage, one of our fine sports sponsors. If you're interested in being a sports sponsor, send a DM to Todd Ryan. Let him know. We'll get you all the information. You can be a part of the Cool F Empire advertiser family. Foul ball, strike one.
We were watching him earlier, and that kid is fast.
Oh, Skylar is lightning.
That kid is fast.
That's coming from you, and
he's fast.
you're not just fast, you're quick too. I mean, the closing speed that you have on a football field is something that is really, really special. And man, I really wanted to see that this fall. You have no idea, Logan. You broke my heart. That's okay. That's all right. Yeah, that's all right. That's all right. It's all right. You know, I still love you. I still love you. Because it is all about me.
We should start an adult football league.
I know.
I would get crushed. What are you talking about? Adult football. They probably have that. There's an adult football league. It's called pickleball. They can play that over here, Logan.
Yeah, I think that's more my speed.
Yeah, that's kind of what I've been into lately.
Have you really?
Pickleball.
I need a team.
He needs a partner. He needs a teammate.
and doing all that kind of stuff.
Chatter coming from the box, from the dugout. That pitch low.
But it was a laser. Jeez.
Yeah, it was on a line for sure.
A lot of velocity.
Yeah. And this is the same pitcher they started the game with. I believe so.
Looks back, nobody covering any of the base runners, so base runners are free to basically do what they want. A lot bigger lead for the runner on second base than on first, but the infield playing normal for Skylar at the plate for the team representing the Sierra Vista American Legion. Foul tip, and that went into the catcher's mitt, so. And the umpire asked, you want to use the same ball in case it was scuffed, so they're gonna grab a couple more baseballs here, get the home plate umpire restocked.
I always thought baseballs were the exact same no matter what.
It's amazing how little it takes to, I mean, even just one seam, one stitch of one seam being out of place can actually adjust the curvature of the ball and the way it breaks. So it does not take much. Just one little scuff on the side of the ball can, especially with a pitcher who knows what they're doing. Yeah. There was a pitcher back in the 70s and early 80s named Gaylord Perry, who actually threw a spitball. That was back when they were legal. He would put, we'll wait for that. That is swing and a miss, strike three. Leon goes down on strikes, 2 outs now with 2 on here in the bottom of the 4th. He would have Vaseline on the inside of his cap and then touch his cap and then rub the ball and then set and then throw. And just the extra Vaseline that was on the ball ended up causing it to be a spitball that caused it to do really weird things that were unnatural that a ball does not do when it does not have a foreign agent on it. So any little thing with a baseball, with a pitcher who knows what they're doing, it will make a difference.
Huh.
And hit by pitch, getting on board the hard way. Thank goodness, I believe that ended up hitting the pad that covered his left elbow. And so now that will load the bases with 2 down.
So I noticed something about their catcher. He has this little earpiece in. Their catcher has this little earpiece in. What's that earpiece all about? Boyna's catcher, of course. Boyna's catcher will put this little earpiece in.
Oh, the Sierra Vista catcher, you mean?
Yeah. Oh, Sierra Vista pitcher.
Yeah, that's okay. That's all right.
Sierra Vista catcher.
It could be.
He'll put a little earpiece in.
It could be he's listening to a baseball game on Sirius XM or something like that, or catching a.
He's listening to the game on Cool FM.
Yeah, he is. I'm sure that's exactly what it is. Wow, big lead off for the runner on first. Again, the infield is playing normally. Maybe the third baseman's a little bit in. Swing and a miss. But again, just hoping for a pass ball because, again, the tying run is on second base right now for the Sierra Vista team. I would say it could be a situation where they're radioing in, kind of like what a quarterback, there's a coach on the sideline who the offensive coordinator calls the play to the quarterback who's wearing the helmet that has the earpiece in and relays it, because the catcher is basically the field general. The catcher is the one who calls balls and strikes, tells the infield where to set, where to be when certain batters come up. So that could be the reason why he has the earpiece in. Called strike there, so it'll be a 2-strike count to Sierra Vista with the bases loaded. The home plate umpire going to brush off the dish, make sure he sees it okay. So bases loaded, tying run on second. A base hit could bring in a tying run. Good job by that Tucson American Legion catcher to get the ball backhanded on that far side and protect it from going all the way to the backstop. We know that will advance runners automatically if it gets just a little bit past the catcher. So the 2-strike count. Fouled back, hanging in there.
I want to hear it. I want to hear the ding.
It's the sound of breaking glass that you want to avoid.
So the pitcher going with a full windup. And swing and a miss on the low breaking ball. And that will mean the Sierra Vista team leaves 3 on board, gets none across, and the score remains 3-1. We'll head to the top of the 5th. Jeff Davenport, Logan Seeley, John Berger hanging out with you here at Arbens Field, just off Tacoma Street, on a beautiful Monday night in Sierra Vista. As if this day couldn't get any longer. These games are long. These games, these are not short. Even though it's 7 innings, it's not a 9-inning game. It's 7 innings here. Logan, why don't you tell us about some of the sponsors that we got for this game? I believe we last left off at our Doggo Lotto presenting sponsor, Sierra Toyota. Who else do you have to tell us about, buddy?
We have TWN Communications, fast, reliable, internet with no data caps. Prepay for 12 months and get the 13-month free. Eagle Plumbing, providing expert service in Cochise County for over 50 years. Family owned and trusted for everything from leaks to major repairs. They're just one call away. You've seen their trucks and signs around town. Now join the fun. Spot a sign or truck, take a selfie, and post your picture in their Facebook comments to enter to win great monthly prizes. Eagle Plumbing, proud supporters of local sports. Benny's New York Pizza of Sierra Vista. We've been talking about them all night.
Yeah, because is that still open for someone to leave a comment? And then there will be a random commenter selected. Is that going on, John?
We didn't say we were going to do that, but if we do that, that's fine by me. We didn't. Todd didn't give us any.
Todd will do that. If not, I'll pay for it. I'll pay for it if Todd's not willing to. But I think Todd will talk to Chip over at Vinny's Pizza and we'll get something going there. We love Vinny. So leave a comment, and one random commenter will be selected to win a free 2-topping large pizza from Vinny's Pizza. How about that? What is your favorite go-to topping on pizza, Logan?
Pepperoni and pineapple.
See, now that's a very controversial order there. As a ground ball goes to third base and just gets scooped up in time. Great job by Cole on first base, being able to scoop that out of the dirt. The throw on the run by Cortez ends up getting the first out here in the top of the 5th. Now, again, I don't know why pineapple is that controversial. You know, it's like people who it means it's like a protein shake because you're getting your fruit. You know, you're getting vitamin C. How else can you get vitamin C if it's not pineapple on a pizza?
You know,
I
just love feeling that little tiny crunch, the little tiny crunch of the pineapple.
Now, do you do pepperoni or Canadian bacon with the pineapple?
It depends.
Okay.
Sometimes I'm feeling a pepperoni kind of pizza, but I need the pineapple on there. So sometimes I get pepperoni and pineapple.
And in Canada, do they just call it bacon?
I don't know.
Oh,
kind of like
good question.
In Brazil, do they just call them nuts?
I think they call it ham slices. Ham. They go Canadian.
I mean, you did live on the border there. I mean, you were up in near Canada.
Yeah, I think they call it pineapple and ham pizzas.
Well, that doesn't sound as like
boring.
Cool.
Yeah, it doesn't sound as elegant as Canadian bacon.
Something about it being Canadian makes me want to try it even more.
Of course, we love Canada. I love Canada. I think it's a great place to be from. I'm just kidding. I love Canadians.
Nice place to visit.
That is a masher all the way out to left field. The left fielder going back, has a run on it. No, trying to make the catch over his shoulder. Does not come in, but the base runner will stop at second. It was a great recovery by the left fielder to be able to get on top of that ball the minute that it landed. It did not have the spin that it needed to take it all the way out to that fence, which is a mile away. So a 1-out double.
What a shot.
puts a runner in scoring position for Tucson, and that will bring the catcher out to have a chat with Moore about the pitch selection or what the infield's going to do as far as covering the base runner on second. Boy, that thing went a country mile, but almost caught over his shoulder, Willie Mays style, for the old school baseball fans watching us here tonight. Thank you so much for tuning in to the award-winning Cool FM Sports. Jeff Davenport interrupting the broadcast that Logan Seeley and John Berger were bringing you, and instead I just come in and ruin everything. So
Much better this way. Logan and I don't know baseball at all.
Oh, you guys can make it up.
Oh, it's like two brains making up a half. It wasn't good, Jeff. It wasn't
John, you
good.
still just have the half, so I mean that's what
no, we're sharing his. I got barely enough to function these days.
you do a great job. John Berger's on the camera helping us out there as always. My right-hand man for all these travel games, all the games. You know, John and I still wax poetically, honestly. Anytime we get to talk about Berean, we talk about going up to Phoenix together to call your championship games and being there for those. There was nothing more special. I mean, to add that to the Cool FM resume, are you kidding me? This Facebook platform has been at state championships, has been at division championships for college basketball. I mean, this is crazy. And we got to be there to see you, which was just a blast all in itself because of how much we love you and how much we love the Berean Academy Eagles and love Coach Hampton and everything that he's done there since he's been there. And it's been something special to watch. Do you have any predictions about what this season's going to hold for the Eagles?
Maybe I'm a little biased.
That's going to be a base hit. That's going to drop in. They will send the runner around from third. No, they'll hold him at third. That was a great throw in. But the runner will go towards second on the overthrow. Great job by the shortstop backing up. I'm sorry, the second baseman backing up Skyler at short, coming to cover second base. Good thing he was there. That was a rifle of rocket thrown all the way into short center field. But now two base runners in scoring position for Tucson. They have that 3-1 lead. A pinch runner will come in for the runner on second base with only one down here in the top of the fifth. Talk about, before I so rudely interrupted myself, Logan, please let us know your thoughts on the Berean Academy Eagles upcoming season. How many are returning this year?
I believe, everybody's returning besides, me,
besides you,
Dylan. So, I'm definitely excited for what I'm going to see. I obviously, all biases aside, they've got a squad this year. They've got a squad, and looking at the schedule.
Now, are they going to be playing 11 or are they doing 8?
Nope. The division alignments just came out, and they went back to Division 1 just due to school numbers.
Okay.
So now we're back to the division we took the trophy in 2 years ago.
Okay.
So I'm definitely excited, especially looking at the schedule. And we can run all over some of these teams and really just kind of put a beating down.
Well, it'll be a blast to watch on Thursday nights at Keith Hampton Memorial Field, called Strike. I believe it's 2 balls, 1 strike. 2 on, 1 out. Top of the fifth. Hearing some cheers off in the distance. And that is a drive into right field. Will they tag up? They don't even need to. It'll get by the right fielder. He will have to run a long way to get that. 2 runs will score on sliding into third on a triple. And now he'll head off to home plate. And safe at home. Just like that. 1 swing of the bat to deep right field. They double their score. Tucson now leads 6-1 here in the top of the fifth. What a bases clearing shot to right field. And again, that is the difficult part for the outfielders. They have a very hard job. There is no wall to, like, a big fence to get the ball bouncing off of. You're just running and you're not stopping because there is no end to this field. It's like one of those, like, what is it? What do they call those pools? The infinity pool. It goes on for infinity. A tough break for the Sierra Vista team here in the top of the fifth. So bases empty, check swing, called strike. by the home plate umpire. So the lone run coming off for the Sierra Vista team, coming off that inside the park home run by Cole, who I believe will be leading off the bottom of the 5th for the Sierra Vista team. But this Tucson team, there's a reason why they're 8-1, and we're seeing it here tonight, representing their American Legion post proudly.
They've definitely played really patiently.
Short fly ball into center field will drop in for a base hit, finding the spot where the defense is not. A 1-out single. And that is a tough, tough play to make, and just a difficult spot for that ball to land, again, as the defense shifted a certain way. So 1 on, runner on first, 1 down. And that's a sharp shot to third base, going over to second to get 1, over to first, getting the double play, and getting out of the inning, but not before Tucson brings in 3 more to make the score 6-1. We will head to the top of the 6th. Right? Top of the 6th? Is that where we're, yeah, that's the bottom of the 5th, the top of the 6th. My goodness gracious, here at quarter till the top of the hour. Logan, I believe you have some more sponsors for us. Where did we leave off last?
Vinny's.
So that's right. We're talking about if you leave a comment, you'll be eligible to win a 2-topping large pizza from Vinny's Pizza. Thank you, Logan, for keeping track of that. Who else is on that magic list of yours, my friend?
I want to give a thank you to the Leon team at Cross Country Mortgage Sierra Vista. Think of them in your next home loan experience. Proud to support the American Legion inaugural year youth baseball team with Post 52 in Sierra Vista. The Sonic Drive-In. Go and enjoy a tasty burger treat after the game. Sonic is about community support and great tasty treats. Duran Plumbing, serving Sierra Vista and Cochise County for residential and commercial plumbing projects for 10+ years with a lifetime of experience in the industry. Proud supporter of local youth sports programs and athletes. And most importantly, SSVEC, serving our community.
This game powered by Sulphur Springs Valley Electric Cooperative. Thank you guys so much for joining us here under the Monday night lights at Arbens Field in Sierra Vista. Temperature continues to drop. The breeze makes it feel nice. It says 81 degrees on the iWatch, but feels a lot cooler, especially I know Todd and I called a couple games on Saturday, and there was a massive difference between the game that was earlier in the day versus the game that was later in the day. I still needed a shower after I got home, without a doubt. I need to get a pool, just go jump in the pool, take a couple laps, and then that'll equate for a shower, right? If you do 2 laps in a pool.
Yeah. So it was so sweaty the other day. I don't know, like.
Oh, well, I mean, it was a billion degrees this week, and it's finally cooling down a little bit, giving us a little bit of a respite, and we are hoping that those monsoons are on schedule for right around the 4th of July, usually when they hit.
We're finally seeing clouds. That's kind of nice.
It is. Yeah, today there were some clouds coming in, the breeze blowing them all across the skies here in Sierra Vista and across Cochise County, all around southern Arizona, but definitely glad that you guys are joining us here tonight. Thank you so much for leaving love in the live chat and just being a part of our Cool FM community. Over 43,000 followers because of this incredible platform started by the one and only, one of my best friends in the whole wide world, Todd Ryan, being able to do something like this, create this disruptive space and give a place for people like John and Logan and me to hang out on a Monday night together. I mean, this is being with these guys, there's nothing like it. And the way that you can feel like you're a part of it is just by being a follower or sharing any Cool FM post with your friends. Share that with groups and let people know this is the place. This is the source for news, sports, and information across southern Arizona and around the world. It all happens through this platform because of Todd Ryan never sleeping and just working his butt off, working his tuchus off every single day to make sure that we have great coverage of everything and anything in Sierra Vista and Cochise County. Cole Isaacson leading off here in the bottom of the 5th. This is the bottom of the 5th. That is foul ball. That sounded like it hit the car.
That hit the car.
That was a hood shot. Yeah, I don't know whose car that is, but definitely hit the hood as it flew by. If you park this close, you got to park at your own risk. There's a shot that goes into second base, scooped up, tossed over to first, but Cole flying down first baseline almost makes it a bang-bang play, but the ball got there about a foot ahead of him. One down, bottom of the fifth.
And that's one thing, I absolutely despise about baseball for some reason, why I can never play it. It's so slow. Baseball is so slow.
It's not constant.
Well, if you think about football, you bust your butt for 4 seconds and you have 35 seconds off, So, I mean,
Not everybody plays both sides of the ball either.
but there's still 30 seconds of rest between each play.
Yeah.
I mean, there is, and now with the pitch clock for Major League Baseball, it's really evolved the game to a different level now, where it is a much faster game compared to what it used to be, and I think it is for the better. We live in a TikTok generation, and people get their information quickly, and they get distracted very easily. It's called strike at the knees on Cortez. And so being able to have a good pacing to Major League Baseball, which had never had it before that pitch clock was instituted.
4-hour game was common.
Yes, very common for a 4-hour game. That's a pop fly going foul out of play. So it'll be a 2-strike count against Cortez. And obviously they don't have that here in American Legion or in, high school baseball or anything like that. But it is a chess match versus a I don't know, a roller derby. I'm trying to think of what you would call the comparison.
Yeah, it's like watching golf. A little bit more exciting. A little bit more exciting than watching golf.
Speaking of golf, John, what's going on tomorrow night?
Ooh, we got a championship, big guy. Someone's playing for $1,000. The man with the plan, the host with the most.
The very first ever Smashers on Cool FM Live Showdown champion, who beat the mayor, who beat Parks and Rec director Laura Wilson, and who beat Sierra Vista golf legend Jack Blair in the same night.
It was pretty excellent. And so tomorrow we have a championship. The winner.
Wait. Logan's not impressed. Logan, I took one golf swing in 4 years before that night.
Okay.
That makes it a little bit more impressive. And John was there and saw the one.
To practice. I go, let's go practice. And he goes, nope, I'll be fine. Goes out. He's just fine. Not only is he fine, he goes on to win it for $250 and a chance at $1,000 tomorrow. So we've got Colin McCarty.
Yeah, I'm going to get smoked, by the way.
We got Maddie Jackson, MJ, and Andrew Griezmann from Tombstone High School, yes.
Yeah, and Andrew earned his way on a couple times and ended up winning that last heat to get into the championship tomorrow night live on Cool FM Live. Will I be broadcasting and golfing? Would that be fun?
Oh, dude, it'll be awesome. I wonder how it's going to work, honestly.
I'll have the mic on me and then just, swing and golf, and I'll whisper. I'll say, Jeff is using a 7-iron as he steps up and looks at the ball. That'd be great.
Well, Joe was talking about changing the format just a little bit.
Yeah, because he doesn't want losers like me beating the pants off of these other people who are professional golfers.
To accommodate for a person both broadcasting and playing at the same time is what I think it was.
It's a sharp shot right between third base and shortstop into left field. Will hold the runner at second. So again, Sierra Vista down 6-1, but a little bit of life coming up for this Sierra Vista team with 1 out, 2 on here in the bottom of the fifth.
Yeah, I mean, really, Tucson's been playing a pretty slow game to start. And, I mean, in comparison to the last inning.
7
and now
innings?
they're coming.
Yes. Unless there's a mercy rule, which, if Tucson scores 4 runs, they'll have to get through the bottom of the inning. So, I mean, they're at the bottom of the fifth right now. As we approach the top of the hour. Looking back, going back. My goodness. Wow, the left hand, it looked like the right hand in the shoulder ended up coming up, and the left hand had to reach around to grab the backside of the bag in order to be safe there. Cortez cutting it close, but a great job by him to be able to avoid the tag put on after that pickoff move. Again, for Coach Tommy, the coach's box is just a suggestion. Like the speed limit, it's just a suggestion. I'm just kidding, everybody. Drive safe out there. That is outside. Let's see what the count is as soon as the ump puts it up. I've already lost track, but there's 2 on, 1 out.
So now they've got a different pitcher.
It's a good chance for Sierra Vista to put up some runs and cut into that 6-1 lead that this 8-1 team has from Tucson. American Legion post 7, called strike on the outside part of the plate. So 2 balls, 1 strike. Good to see some members of the American Legion hanging out here. Going back
The
to
Legion
second.
Riders.
Yeah, having them here too, being represented. And yeah, they do such great work in the community. It's a very community-driven, community-oriented group of veterans that make up the American Legion. And what they do for kids in this community is absolutely awesome. For the folks who need help, they're there. And they are good people. So support the American Legion in any way you can, and always shake their hand when you see somebody wearing a veteran hat that talks about where they served. We're coming up on the 4th of July. It's USA, USA. We're proud to be Americans. We love those who serve our country in any way, shape, or form. We're proud of each one of those. And that comes on behalf of the son of a retired Army Lieutenant Colonel. And that is ball 4, which will load the bases. Unfortunately, they can't get all 5 runs back in one swing, but they can get 4 of them back in one swing in this instance. So they'll come out and have a chat on the infield as the base runners end up coming over to meet up with Coach Tommy to talk to them. I'm not sure if we're going to see a pitching change here as the head coach for the Tucson American Legion team comes out to the mound as well, as they're scouting this out, thinking about what they want to do. You know, what time am I supposed to get there tomorrow, John, to start doing warm-ups?
6:30. So,
6:30.
yes,
Okay.
We'll all be having a meeting at 6:30. If you want to come out a few minutes before that, that's fine too. But
I gotta be at a meeting. What do I'm just.
Also, they're gonna explain the format.
Oh, that's right. It's gonna be a little bit different. They're trying to change it up so that way I lose because they don't want me to win. I get it.
I really kind of want to stick with the old format, but Joe knows what he's doing when it comes to these things. So, you know, it is kind of Joe's show as far as I'm concerned. I produce it, but you and Joe host it, and it is Joe's idea. So.
Well, he just doesn't want a schlub like me who doesn't even own a set of golf clubs coming off the street and beating guys who are on the course several times a week. That's a pop fly. So being called by the second baseman right on the fringe of right field. And like that, 2 down. Buena left runners on base and in scoring position in the bottom of the 4th. Will they do the same in the bottom of the 5th with 2 down and number 2 coming to the plate for the Sierra Vista team? Did I say Buena? My gosh, I got to stop doing that. Sierra Vista team. I see the blue, and, you know, look, I bleed Buena blue. I played football and baseball my freshman year for Buena a million years ago, and a lot of these young student athletes are from Buena High School. That's called strike at the knees. Watch that one come all the way in. Wasn't a true fastball. Looked like a little bit of a breaking pitch. Didn't have the heat that we've seen this pitcher throw over the course of this half inning here in the bottom of the 5th. Infield playing normally. Runners taking a big lead. There's a shot. Will it get into right field? No, scooped up by the second baseman and covered by the pitcher to get them out of a jam. And Sierra Vista will leave at 3 on. Get none across. The score will remain 6-1 as we head to the top of the 6th.
Yeah.
Right? Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure we're all on the same page. Logan, tell us who's bringing us this game coverage here today.
A huge thank you to Ed Morse in Sierra Vista, stopping today and experience the difference. Cochise County is now backed by Morse. The Sherry Ethel team and the Ethel team at Long Realty Make your first call if you're in the market to buy or sell at 717-599-2439. Barnett's Towing, serving our community since 1963. And the Copper Queen Community Hospital. Make an appointment with one of their doctors of physical therapy today at 520-432-6435.
I just saw Dion and Sherry Ethel at the event last night. It was a Kiwanis, Just Kids Inc. Kiwanis charity casino night fundraiser where John ended up last year, Logan, last year at this event. There's raffles where you just put tickets in a bunch of different things. John ended up walking out with how many?
Nine baskets.
9. His ticket got pulled for 9 different baskets. Last night there were several multiple winners, nowhere near the 9, you know, but there's like, I think the top person had 3, but there was a couple, there was many with 2 and I think 2 with 3. Okay. So nowhere near your record. You blew that record out of the gate last night as it was a joke at that point as you kept coming up.
Yeah, second place got 6 last year.
And so they said they were going to change it and they were going to put everything in a tumbler. And I'm like, if you put them all in a tumbler, we're going to be here till midnight. Yeah. And Aaron and Tori will not like that. No. So we can only put the big ones in the tumbler, like the Vegas trip, the $5,000 to Laser Cosmetic Services, you know, the big prizes that were unleashed last night. Todd stopped by. We did a quick video from up high and you could look down and see the casino floor. I loved it. And see, well, it's the dance floor at Docks, but they turned it into a casino floor. It was awesome. They had everything there, all the fun games, casino games that you want to play, and just a fantastic atmosphere. It was a sellout. They raised a lot of money, and I'm hoping that it was a ton because of what the Kiwanis and Just Kids Inc. does for kids in our community is something really special. We talked about the Legion, what they do, how they serve veterans and other people in our community. It's incredible. We live in a community that is all about service above self. And there's something amazing about that. Swing and a miss on the first pitch here to start off the top of the 6th inning as we are at the top of the 9 o'clock hour in Sierra Vista, Arizona, under the Monday night lights here at Arbens Field. Thank you guys so much for joining us. If you're just tuning in because you're just checking your Facebook feed before you go to bed at night, hey, it's already past my bedtime. I don't know what I'm doing out. These young guys out here like John and Logan, I can't keep up with them. They're just you know, these guys who don't get sleep, and I need it. I need my beauty sleep. That is a sharp shot into left field, right at the left. That'll go over the left fielder's head. Extra base hit on the way. The question is, how many will they take? Third base easily getting to the ball right now, and they will wave the runner home for an inside the park home run. Ball gets there.
What a play. What a
out at home. The relay from left field to the infielder, throwing it all the way home. The base runner needed about 2 more steps just in order to do it. I don't know why he wasn't told to slide, but there was no one there to tell him to slide into home. But gunned down. Absolutely unbelievable defensive effort by the Sierra Vista team, turning disaster into an averted disaster because of that fantastic defense.
Yeah, that was insane. I was watching him come across third right as he was throwing the ball, and I was like, there's no way it's getting there.
Swing and a miss. Exactly. But I thought triple for sure, but the coach just let him go. And I'm like, hey, you got a 6-1 lead. Why not? Sure. I mean, there's certain times where you're allowed, and that is a called strike. Beautiful breaking pitch for strike 2. There are times where, as a coach, you can take advantage of things like that because you know that all it is just adding another cushion to our lead. So when you have if it was a 4-run lead, I don't think that coach would have let the runner go. Would have held him at third.
Right. John, you good? Oh, we're at 2 hours.
Yeah, 2 hours here into this game, and that is the.
Yeah, this is reminding me of the football broadcasts.
The pitch from the stretch, and that goes high. Still a 2-strike count. I believe it is a full count now. 1 down. A huge out by the defense. Can Moore find another out here with that breaking pitch? Locks up the batter. Gorgeous curveball. Cutting across the plate for out number 2. They throw it around the horn. And that strikeout brought to you by Sulphur Springs Valley Electric Cooperative. 2 down, top of the 6th.
17 for 1 now batting. 17 for 1.
So they announce number 17 coming in for number 1 batting here in the top of the 5th. Thank you again to Dan the Man back in the studio, keeping the graphics up for us, making this broadcast look like a game of the week. Nice breeze coming back again. Something that I've needed all night. That is a called strike right at the knees. Gorgeous pitch. Moore finding his spots. Pitching from the stretch, nobody on. And that is strike 2 high.
Pitch.
Finding that location high and on the breaking pitches. What will he throw now? Will it be a fastball? Will it be a breaking pitch? Looks like the home plate umpire stepping away for a moment. Readjusting a mask, I believe, is what it looks like he's doing. As the pitcher, Moore, stays a little loose, tossing it back with his third baseman, Aaron Cortez. 2-strike pitch for Moore. And there's a breaking pitch. It gets down to Leon at short. Double pumps. It gets it over to first. And that is the 3rd out of the inning. So no runners left on base. A huge out by the Sierra Vista defense. And then they got the other 2. And we will head to the bottom of the 6th. This Tucson team only 6 outs away from getting their 9th win of the season. But not if the sticks of Sierra Vista have anything to say about it. They've had the bases loaded or had 2 on in scoring position the last 2 innings. Will they be able to push the envelope and get those runners across here in the bottom of the 6th, or will the defense for this Tucson team finally just shut down? There's so many options that we have to look forward to, and we're glad that you're joining us here under the Monday Night Lights at Arbens Field in Sierra Vista, Arizona. Jeff Davenport, Logan Seeley, John Berger behind the camera, and Dan the Man back in the studio hanging out here tonight. Some good fans, good friends that we know and see. I've seen a lot over the course of this year, and looking forward to seeing them in the fall, looking forward to seeing them in the spring. So many things in store for this incredible platform, and we're glad that you're a part of it. The Cool F Empire, as I call it.
Lovingly.
Absolutely lovingly. I hope I don't embarrass myself too badly tomorrow night, but, you know, on the golf course, I mean.
Oh, no.
I embarrass myself all the time, so I'm used to it, but I hope so. I mean, we'll see. We'll see if Joe's trying to mess with me, you know, and make it so I'm not going to be able to compete against these really good golfers. I think the best golfer is Maddie, honestly. Maddie was really precise on her shots.
Colin did play at the University of Illinois, though.
See, but then if I should come if I come in 3rd place out of the 4, that's insane.
Yeah, I know.
I'm playing against college golfers.
If you beat any of them,
Just the fact that I'm even in the same breath as them, that's insane. I don't own a set of, they own 4 sets of golf clubs each. I don't even own a golf club.
right?
I had to borrow a golf club to play my little round. I don't even know whose club it was.
You were using the wrong end of it anyway. That was the wildest part.
Yeah, I didn't even know what I was doing. I think it made Joe mad. I think Joe was like legit upset that I won. He's like, well, if Jeff can win, anybody can. I'm like, hey, man, I'm standing right here. But he's not wrong. He's not wrong. Because it's set up like Top Golf, by the way. If you haven't seen it yet, it's so cool. It's called In Range. It's a digital finder that finds the ball as that baseball dribbles down to first base, picked up and punched out, 1 down here in the. Is that one down or 2 down now? Yeah, 1 down. Sorry, thank you. In the bottom of the 6th. And so it's like Top Golf where you swing and then you look at the screen and the ball goes, except you're really hitting it and it goes out there and ends up hitting either it goes in the lava or it goes onto one of the landing pads, you know. So it's pretty cool to see. It's a lot of fun. John does a great job of framing it while you're watching to be able to really get an idea for what it looks like. And while it's going on, people can just come out and play for free, right?
Yes, 6:30 to 7:30. Smashers On invites everybody to the Sierra Vista Golf Center for free golf, 6:30 to 7:30. Bring out your friends, family, girlfriends, pets, grandparents, you know, anything you can, anybody that you want to go golfing with. We want to see baseball players. We want to see football players. We want to see everybody out there. So yeah, anybody that can come out, we want to bring them out and play for free.
And watch me lose. 3 balls, no strikes to Skyler at the plate for the Sierra Vista team with 1 down here in the bottom of the 6th. He digs back into the plate. Hitter's pitch coming for Skyler. Will he take it all the way? Normally you do on 3-0. He does, and it's called strike. So, John, you had Tyrese Halliburton as the hot star with the hot hand who was going to lead the Indiana Pacers to that victory, swing and a miss to run the count full, and your pick ended up breaking his Achilles.
Tearing his Achilles
in game 7.
Yes, in the first quarter. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Logan and I were talking about that earlier, how that's the most insane bad luck of all time. I mean, he won't be back next season. That's such bad luck.
It is, and that is a sharp shot to right field. Right fielder ends up making the catch for the second out here in the bottom of the 6th. So, you know, your pick for Indiana to win was wrong.
Yes, very wrong.
But you went with the hot hand instead of the consistent overall best team in the NBA, that being the Oklahoma City Thunder, and they thundered in game 7 and ended up taking it home. Do you think they still would have won had Tyrese had the full game on the floor? I mean, it's one of those ones you'll never know, right?
It's literally, he's the most clutch player in the history of the NBA.
Oh, stop it.
No, seriously. 91% shooting inside of 2 minutes when down. There's nobody that's even shot at 45% before, and he's shooting 91 in the playoffs.
But how many games? You know, I mean, a minimum
over
of
the entire season. The entire season.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, he had 9 game-winning shots, or no, 13 game-winning shots, and he made 11 of them.
And that is a shot to short, thrown over to first base in time. 3 up, 3 down. Will retire the side for the Sierra Vista team as they'll come back out in the field. It looks like Moore will head back out to the pitcher's mound for the top of the 7th. The final inning will be beginning here on Cool FM Live. I want to give another shout out to some sponsors here while we still have a minute too. You can just run through all of them. Just give us the headlines, and Dan the man will keep spinning through all their logos and everything. Logan, take it away, my friend.
Thank you to Grasshopper Landscaping and Maintenance, quality from the ground up. Ginger's Titles, Aloe Fiber. Visit aloefiber.com to learn about the aloe difference. Berg's Heating and Air Conditioning, American Southwest Credit Union. Visit ascu.org. Sierra Toyota, TWN Communications, Eagle Plumbing, Vinny's New York Pizza, the Leon Team at Cross Country Mortgage, Sonic Drive-In, and Duran Plumbing.
And then go back to the top 1, 2, 3.
And who else?
Yeah, top 3.
We'll just get them all out of the way. You know, I mean, this is the top of the 7th. You know, we got just a little bit of broadcast time left.
A huge thank you to SSVEC, Sulphur Springs Valley Electric Cooperative, serving our community, helping us do a great job with these broadcasts. The Ed Morse dealership, Cochise County, is now backed by Morse. The Sherry Ethel team and the Ethel team at Long Realty. Make your first call to 717-599-2439. Barnett's Towing, serving our community since 1963. The Copper Queen Community Hospital. Make an appointment with one of their doctors of physical therapy today at 520-432-6435.
All that information is in the post description. You can see all of our amazing sports sponsors. And if you would like to be a sports sponsor, especially when we're coming up on the football season, we're going to have some amazing things in the works for what's going to be going on come football season. If you're familiar with the red zone, get ready for the blue zone that will be coming this fall. It is in the works, and it will be something pretty remarkable. We're in the top of the 7th. The Tucson team leads 6-1. Moore still on the mound for the Sierra Vista team. High ball 1. John, you have something to say?
It's pretty awesome that we get to cover every football game. It's not just every week we get to cover a football game. Nice pop-up. But we have plans to cover every game in Cochise County. So we're really, really pumping this up. And we, you know, when a team goes from Buena to Tucson, we'll be covering those too.
It'll be busy. It'll be a busy fall every single Friday night, and possibly some cool Blue Zone coverage as well.
Oh, yeah.
You'll hear more about that as we get to chat more about it coming up here in just a couple months, I think.
Yeah.
When do the players start reporting?
Yeah.
2 months.
Okay.
I know Barine kicks off their season on the 28th of August.
Okay. And school starts, what, last week of July, right? I think like July 30th or July 31st.
I think something like that, yeah.
School starts in July? What?
I know.
That's what they were telling me.
I know. They may as well just go year round now. I mean, that's basically what it is. Strikeout. That strikeout brought to you by the MORSE Automotive Group, Sierra Vista and Cochise County, backed by Morse. We love Teddy Morse. He's a good friend of mine, the owner and operator of the Morse dealerships all across the United States. Awesome guy. Really fun to hang out with, and just very generous as well. Just a super sweet guy. I remember doing the interview with him. I did a podcast-style interview with him early on, shortly after he purchased the dealerships from Sean Lawley, and really got to hear his heart for the people that are his employees. I mean, he has hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of employees across the country, not just at car dealerships, but also at the plants that end up making parts that he owns as well. So it's really something special what the Morse dealerships do and all the people they employ, all the families that they affect, especially in this area right here in Cochise County and Sierra Vista. Good breaking pitch by Moore.
That way, that way, that way.
Coach Tommy making some adjustments to the defense. That's going to be high. Moore shaking his head. He knew right out of the gate, right after that left his hand, it was going high. Was shaking his head. Good job by the young southpaw. Here in the American Legion 100th season. Absolutely incredible to think about the legacy of, number one, just the American Legion itself, and then their baseball program that they have and that they've done over the course of time. These are collector's jerseys that all these players are wearing. They have the USA flag on the right arm, and then on the left arm, it is that 100th anniversary patch. And that ball gets all the way past to the backstop on the ball 4. So 1 on, 1 down. Or was it 2 down?
I think
it's 1. Thank you.
Oh.
Wishful thinking. So 1 out, 1 on. Here in the top of the 7th, this Tucson team leads 6-1. The throw back over to first base. Just keeping the runner honest. A little pitch and catch right there.
I'll take this every day of the week over some of the bad weather that you and I have broadcast in, like the cold rain, oh God, it's just been so awful. Some of the rain. Nice shot.
What a catch made by third. Can he get the out? He does. That throw was in time. A diving throw by Aaron Cortez on third base, and having the wherewithal to get back up and gun it over to first. 2 down.
What a play.
Yeah, very cool.
Diving effort. That is definitely worth a replay. You know, the defensive plays by this team have been the positives. Unfortunately, they've given up a lot of runs to a team that does not give up a lot of runs. There's a reason why this Tucson team is 8-1 in this American Legion League. So the runner does advance to second. So with 2 out, there is a runner in scoring position for Tucson, a post-7 American Legion team taking on our post-52 Sierra Vista American Legion team here at Arbens Field. I'm trying to possibly do a throwback to second, but a called strike across the plate instead. Keeping an eye on that runner on second base, but with 2 down, I want to focus on the batter in front of you, but steps off the mound, steps off the rubber, I should say. Resets, does more. Breaking pitch, a little high. Catcher tried to frame it in there, but the ump wasn't falling for it. Thank you all for joining us tonight. The 3-man booth
It's so quiet out here.
We don't get to do it that often. And that is a shot over the second baseman's head that will send the runner home. A 2-out single will make it 7-1 Tucson. A line drive single over the head of the second baseman into right center. Adds another cushion run for this Tucson team with 2 down. They bring in a pinch runner. They are getting the bat on the ball tonight. Again, the one run that the Sierra Vista team had was on an inside the park mash by Cole to the deepest part of this field.
Oh, it was such a great shot. That was so awesome.
I was glad to call that one. That was pretty cool. That's a breaking pitch in for strike one. As Coach Tommy ends up making some outfield adjustments. And that is a high fly ball that is going to center field, literally where Coach Tommy put the center fielder just before the ball popped up. I need Coach Tommy to pick my lotto numbers for tonight, or at least my doggo lotto numbers, and you can go fetch yourself some doggo lotto numbers at coolfmonline.com/doggo lotto. Absolutely free to play, fun prizes, cash prizes, and you get to see the most adorable adoptable shelter dogs. Have you seen today's episode of Doggo Lotto that aired a little over 3 hours ago? You'll have to go back and watch it, share it to your friends, family, share it in groups, do all the fun stuff there with that video. We will head to the bottom of the 7th. Tucson 3 outs away from wrapping this thing up and getting their 9th win of this American Legion season, as we are hanging out with you live at Arbens Field in Sierra Vista, Arizona, just off Tacoma Street, a stone's throw from the pickleball courts, of those of you who are familiar with those. A little bit from the Ethel Berger Center and all the other Stone Field and Domingo Paez Field that are all around us here. And there are teams still playing on those fields. It looks like I'm seeing big crowds down at both those fields on the Stone side of things. So some good games going on. This is that time of year where all these Little League All-Stars, the 10U, the 12U, the seniors, they're all out in full force. All their families coming in from all around Southern Arizona for the Regional District Championship. And make sure when you see these folks from out of town that are staying the night here, that are at the restaurants, make sure they feel welcome. Make sure that you tell them, hey, we're glad you're here. Thanks for coming to Sierra Vista. Thanks for spending money in our city, in our county, and seeing what we do down here. A lot of these athletes, the families, they don't come down here though, especially the ones from the Gila Valley and the Safford, Thatcher, Clifton, Morenci area. They don't get down here that often. So for them to be down here, there's something really special about that. We need to make sure that they feel welcome, and you can help do that every single time you see them out and about, when you're out and about here in Sierra Vista. Logan, it's great to see you, buddy. I'm excited for what's in store for you doing stuff, with this platform in the weeks and months ahead, going all the way to November and beyond. Well, I know that John's glad to have you, and I know Todd's glad to have you.
We might be able to cover another state championship, cover a state championship together.
That'd be fun.
Wouldn't that be wild? Wind up and the pitch, swing and a miss. So Sierra Vista team down to their final 3 outs. Good news is Cole is on deck. So if the leadoff hitter can get on, hey, just add a couple more runs to the total. It is 7-1. And that is a fly ball. Is that going to pop in? The shortstop ends up right in front of the left fielder to make that catch. 1 down. Cole Isaacson steps up into the left side of the batter's box. We got to see him score the only run for the Sierra Vista team in this game with the monster mash, a graveyard smash to deep center field. It went all the way down to Stone, basically all the way down to the Stone Field complex. It was unbelievable.
Yeah,
We'll
it
see
was
what he's able to
closer to
do
them
here
than
in his
us.
final at bat. Takes a cut on the first pitch, fouls it to the backstop, 0-1. Thank you again to all the sponsors who make this coverage possible. Dan the Man's been showing them to you all night long on the screen. Thank you to Dan. Been working all day. Got to work with Dan early this morning. Fun fact, we pre-tape Doggo Lotto. That gets taped early in the morning and then broadcast later on in the day. So I was with him early this morning, with him and Kimberly, and Aiden was there as well to help out. So Aiden getting a little work in on the camera. So that was a called strike, I believe. So no balls, 2 strikes to Cole. He'll watch the plate closely. Has one of the best eyes on this team. And gets a called strike 3. 1 out away from wrapping up this game is Tucson as they are leading 7-1 here in the bottom of the 7th. Tough finish for Sierra Vista. But can they get a little 2-out rally going here? Cortez at the plate. Watches that ball go inside. 1-0. Wind up in the pitch, and that is driven into right field. The right fielder backing up and makes the catch, and that will wrap up this game. A commanding performance by this Tucson team that gets their 9th win of the season. The Sierra Vista team ends up falling, and their record ends up going to 5-4 over the course of this American Legion season as they congratulate each other, give each other handshakes, showing the good sportsmanship like they do. Want to say a quick shout out one more time to Dan the Man back in the studio. Thank you, buddy, for showing the graphics here tonight. Thank you to all those sponsors that you get to show the graphics of, making this broadcast possible for me to be with my friend John Berger, with my friend Logan Seeley, to hang out with you guys under the Monday night lights. Tough loss for Sierra Vista this evening, but the season has 3 games left to go, and we'll see if they're able to recover, possibly get into a playoff scenario situation. But you can stay tuned for that and come join us every Monday night right here for American Legion Baseball for the next couple weeks. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for sharing. Thanks for doing all those fun social media things. Logan, always a pleasure to see you, my friend. Much love to you, and can't wait to work with you again over the rest of this summer and the fall ahead. And for everybody watching, have a great night. Stay safe, everyone. Stay tuned to Cool FM Live for all the latest news, sports information all across Southern Arizona, the state, the country, and the world on the greatest platform for all of that. All thanks to Todd Ryan. It's Cool FM Live. We'll talk to you again soon.